Hello again, and thank you for tuning in to your September 2016 Taroscopes with me, Madeline. I really appreciate you joining me. If I look a little hot under the collar, it's because these late September 2016 Taroscopes are brought to you by Mercury retrograde, where we are broadcasting to you live from my 90-degree apartment with the broken AC and the building owner who can't be reached. Mercury retrograde! I hope yours is going better for you. But the good news is this month that Jupiter has moved into Libra, so everyone has this sense of new luck, growth, expansion, and higher learning coming into our charts, which you can read more specifically about what it's doing for you at my blog, writteninthestars.co, and check out your weekly horoscopes. But without further ado, on to your September Taroscopes. Thanks for coming. Hey Pisces. Thank you for tuning in to your September 2016 Taroscope. Let's start right away with what's going on for you this month. Okie dokie. Okay. Got those solar and lunar eclipses this month, so it's definitely... It has been like, there's no superficiality in the readings this month. There's no like, I see you going on a trip and you're just drinking margaritas by the pool. No, this month is like, oh, people getting evicted, people getting promoted, people getting married and divorced. Like this is a month of endings and beginnings of magnitude. Okay, Pisces. Okie dokie. So, as I said, sorry for the earthquake. This is definitely a month of endings and of things being very definitive, and a structure has definitely come to a close in your life, Pisces. I mean, and an abrupt, when I say a close, that is a polite way to say that it has been fucking struck with a lightning bolt and reduced to rubble. This is done, and the foundation was faulty to begin with, and it had to fall down for you to learn that you, oh, this is so cliched, but this is what Spirit is talking about, to find out that you can fly, to find out that when this tower falls, you don't fall down with it, like you do not crash to the earth and die with it. It's just that you can't live there anymore. You cannot be kept in this tower, like, and you cannot allow yourself to enjoy being kept in this tower. It's time to be free. It's time to see that certain things have withered on the vine, that certain things are not working for you anymore or nourishing you anymore. This is so hard. It's like you're walking away from an emotional investment. You took the time to find these cups, to polish these cups, to fill these cups, and to arrange them just so. And you loved them the way that they were, but over time, that water grew stagnant and full of algae and horror, and if you drank it, it would make you sick. And therefore, you have to walk away from this emotional situation because you know that it is making you sick to sip from these old cups, from this past. But the beautiful thing about this is that you're walking toward these new waters, these fresh waters, this overflow, and it's so natural and it's so clean. It's so different than what you've collected in these 8 cups that has come to become so, well, I want to use the word sickening, like something that has become so just toxic to you. You're going to grow so much from it, and there's going to be so much more flow and joy coming into your life. I mean, look at how your cards lighten up here. It's like, this is harmony. This is exchange. Okay, and for a lot of you specifically, this is like you're going to be getting a promotion or new money. Like there's a new opportunity, like a new job, or you're just getting noticed and paid what you're worth. And I also want to say that this is very karmic. Like a lot of you are going to be, you've either been giving away your skills or you're going to be trading your skills and receiving something really exceptional in return. So get paid what you're worth. Ask for what you're worth. That is part of what you're leaving behind, this old identity that was willing to put up with sort of these very limiting circumstances, or allowing yourself to just sort of box in your emotions and say, this is what I'm willing to accept. Okay, like this Spartan amount is just enough. And it's like, no, you're worth so much more. You are radiant. Take what you deserve. You'll have more to give when you take what you deserve. That's part of the whole thing. But okay, what I love is to see this guy, this wonderful, beautiful, radiant fool right underneath the tower. The tower has fallen, but you are going to walk away, you know, I want to say unscathed. Like, yes, it hurts. Yes, it's painful. Yes, it's abrupt and calamitous. That I don't want to sugarcoat that. But you are going on a new adventure. Keep the faith. Keep the faith that the roads are very much open in front of you and leading towards something like even better than you thought that you could have. That's the message of this Eight of Cups. Is like, when you filled these cups, you thought this was everything. You thought this was the most that you would ever have, and yet you're walking away and you're walking toward all this fresh, amazing, endless water, trading drops for rivers. And you're letting go. You're letting go of baggage too. You're letting go of preconceived notions and bitterness, and there's this openness and this willingness to look at life as an adventure. Instead of going up on the roller coaster and clinging with your eyes closed and screaming, go ahead and throw your arms up in the air and enjoy the thing, because you're on the roller coaster regardless. Life is a roller coaster, and that's not going to change. The only constant is change and all that. And speaking of change, something really amazing is coming into your life fast. What Spirit is saying is that a lot of you have a lot of irons in the fire. Like, you're working on a lot, you have a lot of ideas. And then for others of you, it's just that something is coming in like boom, like a slap. Like, here it is. What are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do now that this amazing meteor that appears to be like a gold nugget has landed at your doorstep? So for some of you, I feel like there's a tremendous opportunity at hand in September, and a lot of activity. A lot of activity, and what I want to say about the activity is, like, you don't know where it's leading yet, but it's definitely going somewhere. All these things that you're experiencing, all these things that you're learning, they're taking you toward this end card, this Lover's card, this crossroads, this new opportunity. But this is like opportunity on a spiritual level. But okay, we'll get there. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. Pisces. Okay, so as I said, eclipses this month, and you have the moon here. Pay attention to that moon phase. We have that full moon on the 16th, on a Friday. What is coming to a culmination at that time? What is really lifting up your emotions and becoming like emotionally just extremely like volatile? Like, what is coming to a head, or what has come to a change and ending? This is something that's going to free you. What is happening on the full moon, whether it's an ending or a beginning, it's going to free you. And I feel for a lot of you, it's this tower. Like, for some of you, the divorce may fall on the 16th, or the leaving the job may fall on the 16th. And as much as it may give you anxiety to not know what's happening and where this is going, it's just anxiety. This is a horrible looking card. Let's not mince words, but mince, see, with all the swords, get it. But really, this card is known as the Nightmare card because it represents the fact that your fears have nothing to do with reality. The shadows of the fears that you have are much larger and more monstrous than the actual fears that you have. And part of that is because you're isolating yourself, Pisces. So a lot of you really need to reach out. Like, of course you can't see beyond what you're afraid of because your head is in your hands and you have these swords, these thoughts, because swords are the mental realm. You have these obsessive thoughts, these painful, sharp, unhelpful for many of you. And it's a cycle. See this circle that's happening here? Like this vicious cycle. Like, you need to step out of these paralyzing ruminations. And you need to focus. Okay. That's what I want to say here. You have so much potential, Pisces, and so many talents and abilities, but you need to narrow things down. You've got too much on your mind and it's like sapping your emotional energy. Like, go ahead and cut down that to-do list from 7 things to 3 things and just focus on doing those things or enjoying those things. Like, because this is like, you have a lot of dreams. You have a lot of dreams and a lot of things that you would like to accomplish. But if you chase 7 rabbits, you're not going to catch one. So, you know, chase one for a little while and see what comes. Not all of these options are good options anyway. And the truth is, okay, what they're saying is that a lot of you are experiencing analysis paralysis. Like, well, but how can I invest my time in this when I can't decide if I want to do it? I feel like I want to maybe do this and this one and this one and this one looks good too. And how can I know? What if I don't choose the right one? And it's like, you will never know if you have chosen the right one until you dive into one and take a damn sip and be like, oh my God, this is awful. I don't want any of this. I'm going to go ahead and go for this other cup and try and see if this is the one. And then you're able to narrow it down. Or you pick up the right one and you love it. And you're like, this is the one. Screw all this other stuff. I'm going to leave behind these cups that aren't working and I'm going to invest in the one that is giving me joy, that is refreshing. This is, okay, so there's a message coming in that is like extremely refreshing, extremely, I feel like this is like a stroke of good luck. That's the phrase that they're giving me. You're going to have a stroke of good luck, a surprise, like, and an invitation or a gift. An invitation or a gift. It's like somebody is coming to you with a wonderful opportunity or wonderful news that is going to greatly improve your life and is really going to come in handy when you're feeling just so just tired. Just tired of things not going smoothly. That's the word that I want to use, because Pisces, you're so sensitive and gentle. And you don't like fighting, you don't like conflict, you don't like competition even most of the time. Some of you are competitive, but you know, I would be willing to bet that you have like a fire sign prominently somewhere. But for the most part, especially, okay, let me say then, like needless conflict, like competition that has nothing to do with just winning a game and everything to do with like somebody trying to show you up, somebody trying to be, oh, I'm the alpha male or I'm the alpha female. Like, you hate all that shit. You see right through it and you're just tired of kind of like these things that you're expected to do in life that feel needless and unnecessary to you. And it's like, you can step away from all that. That is unnecessary. But the other thing to know is that it hasn't been for nothing. You've learned so much, and every battle that you've been through, you've taken the weapon of your enemies and assembled them like a trophy. Like, you have taken and learned from everything that you've been through, and it hasn't been for nothing. These 9s right next to each other, it's like Spirit really wants me to acknowledge that you're feeling kind of like at the end of your rope in some ways, and they want to tell you that good things are on the way. That there is going to be a fork in the road where you can choose something that's far, far better than this. So don't lose hope. And don't become overwhelmed by these thoughts, because Pisces, like, you're so creative and you're so intelligent and you have a way of telling yourself stories sometimes, and they're not always good stories. You can be depressive. You can tell yourself like doom and gloom stories that are so convincing and so just like compelling that you begin to believe them. But the real truth is that everything is in your hands, and that this choice is going to be set before you. That choice is in your hands. What do you want? Like, you can have it. You can have the love. You can have the fulfillment. You can have, God, it's like this spiritual ascension for some of you. Like, this is a crossroads that is like the best choice that you could ever have to make. Like, the story that I always tell when people pull this card is, it's like you walk into your coffee shop and see just the most attractive stranger ever, and you happen to strike up a conversation and there's just tremendous chemistry. It's like they're gorgeous and they're smart and they're kind and they're witty and they're just everything that you could want, and they feel the same way about you, and you've both decided you're soulmates. And then the next day you get a call from your favorite city in the world offering you your dream job at an incredible salary, but you would have to move there and your soulmate would have to stay where they are. And what do you choose? And it's like, of course, that's a difficult decision. That's what you could take from this, that it's a difficult decision. But it's like, my God, this amazing personal fulfillment or an amazing relationship. Like, you're telling me that these two amazing choices are in front of me and I get to choose. I mean, some people don't get to choose those things ever. So please don't overlook any opportunities in your life in September, and don't hesitate to take a new adventure. When someone, okay, Spirit is getting very specific about this and like coming in very hard, like I'm almost like, almost like my heart is pounding a little bit. Like, do not ignore the opportunity for an adventure. So if someone says like, let's go on this trip, or let's go to this new place even, like I said, like walking into a coffee shop and meeting a soulmate. Like if somebody offers you an opportunity to go somewhere or to take a little trip, just take it. Take the little opportunities that could be like the small forks in the road that lead you to this massive fork in the road. But have faith. Have faith and be like, enjoy life with a clean slate. Be the fool. Be this holy fool. Every month I'm pulling a card that I most want you to like remember or be or invoke. Like if you take nothing else from this reading, or what you take most, I would like it to be this. And for you, Pisces, it's be the fool. And this is you. Like, you are so faithful. And the fool is not the idiot. Like I said that already. Like, he is optimism. He's faith. He's trust. He's like beautiful, like hope in the universe and trust in the universe. Like, other people see the fool walking off a cliff and nobody sees that there is a glass bridge that only he can perceive. Like, go through life with openness and optimism, and it will greet you with things to be optimistic and open about. There is a beautiful choice coming up for you and a beautiful stroke of good luck and all of these amazing opportunities. You're just going to have to realize that you won't know everything right away, and that you're going to need to kind of get into it before you can find out what you want the most. So jump in with both feet. Don't hold back. The only way to know is to go and to find out. Be the fool. You're beautiful, Pisces, and I love September for you. You're going to get over a lot of stuff and walk away from a lot of bullshit, so that's really good. You're lightening your load in September. I hope you enjoyed this, Pisces. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked it, please quote-unquote like it. Please subscribe if you want to hear more. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions or any insights about your reading. I would love to hear from you. And if you know anybody who would enjoy this, please share it with them. Gosh, I would love to get the word out. And again, thank you. I'm wishing you a wonderful September, and I hope to talk to you again in October. Talk to you soon, Pisces. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed your Taroscope. And if it brought up any questions or if anything resonated with you, I would love to hear from you in the comments and get back to you about whatever came up for you during your reading. And if you'd like to talk a little bit more, you can find me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, all of the things. And I've linked those down below, so if you want to find me there, I'd be happy to talk to you. And you can also check more out on my blog, writteninthestars.co, where I do daily card readings as well as weekly horoscopes, and give you some other tips to invite more magic into your life every day. I really appreciate you tuning in, and I hope to see you in October. I'm still debating my costume, so if you have any ideas, please let me know. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful September 2016. Bye-bye.